you know that means smart.
Oh, I was trying to figure out what that means. Are you photographing right now?
Yes, I am.
Because my hat's falling off. My hair is falling off.
Shucks.
It's a moving camera. You're supposed to do things.
I'm supposed to move.
Yeah, fix your hat.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I guess you're all wondering why I called this meeting.
Give me your valedictorian speech.
This is all a hoax.
Don't you have one of those gold things?
This is a figment of your imagination.
Actually, I have 3 units. They told me yesterday I couldn't graduate. Don't I have one of, no, you don't get a sash unless you're
A big guy.
a big guy.
The next
Not
one
a
she
sash,
gets to
but
say.
honors.
Oh, an honors.
Gold.
No, they're not giving me anything. In fact, they didn't even give me a hat that fit. So you can see how high up I rank on their list. I walked up to the counter to get my hat and gown, and this kid's standing there, and he
Are you number
said,
462?
he said, how tall are you? And I said, 5'7". He said, put this hat on. It was just sitting there. It was just sitting there. So I said, okay. So I put it on, and it felt ridiculous. And he said, that looks great. That's your hat. Here's your gown.
Next. Never mind.
I was right, because it is coming off.
Get some bobby pins.
Yeah, I will. I don't want to pin it on yet, because we have so many. Can I take the hat off now?
Sure. Let me try that.
Good.
You don't like your hat?
It says large front.
I don't like my hat.
Yeah.
You think the hat's great? You wear the hat.
I've already worn one. I don't want to
It's
use
too
one.
small.
My friend Nellie graduated without a hat.
Yeah.
It was the first thing her mother said to her. The first thing her mother said to her, oh wait, it's okay. After the graduation was, you were the only one without a hat. And she said, I'm sorry, Mom. My head's too small. I didn't have any hats that were small enough.
Really?
And I think that's her mother's fault.
Yeah, she did.
It's a little symbol.
Yeah, what's the
Looks like a flower.
A flower?
They may have
A
sent us the
cauliflower?
wrong calf.
Yeah, maybe you're
For flower
from
use?
San Luis Obispo or something.
What's this
Cow. The little things
rewards of good reading and writing. To their families and friends who are here to celebrate with them, I extend thanks for their faith in today's graduates and for their support of these scholars' efforts to widen their world and to extend the Fellowship of Letters a little further. It's a very special company, that Fellowship of Letters. This occasion gives us a chance to pause and reflect on what it means to us and to the society that we inherit and reshape through the power of language. We hear on every side that the late 20th century is an age of information, and so in a sense it is. But whatever our technologies have made possible to us, we know that language in action does much more than transmit information. A library is something much more than an information retrieval system. A book, or even just a sheet of paper with somebody's thoughts written on it, gives us much more than its data. A term that, after all, only means things given. But these givens become a gift, a cultural treasure, when there's something more than the sum of the facts to which they refer. Sometimes our libraries contain not information, but texts. And what that text gives us is the ability to read its silences as well as its information. At that exhilarating point in our studies, and I'm sure our graduates have found this moment many times in their years here, at that moment a reader becomes a writer and begins to think it possible to bridge for him or herself the past and the future. For today's graduates, I wish that they may extend the gift that their culture's rich variety of texts have given them. When that gift is given, it's not always an event that makes the evening news, but it's the only event that ever makes a new thing possible. The American poet William Carlos Williams speaks of the effects and the effort involved. My heart rouses, thinking to bring you news of something that concerns you and concerns many men. Look at what passes for the new. You will not find it there, but in despised poems. It is difficult to get the news from poems, yet men die miserably every day for lack of what is found there. It should hardly be necessary to add that this is a love poem. For love of their world, a world that needs their words, I wish for our graduates in literary studies that they will cultivate and extend to others the unspectacular but necessary force of what is found there. Deserves a department citation as the outstanding English major. The prize for this honor is named in memory of Mark Schorer, a great teacher and man of letters in this department. It gives me great pleasure to present this year's Mark Schorer Prize for the outstanding senior in English to a student who's graduating from the honors program with a 4.0 average, and she's a member of Phi Beta Kappa. She's Candi Ellis. Congratulations. The English department has long also been proud of its tradition of good teaching, and our graduate student instructors are an essential part of our
two monumentally important books that have defined the fields that are their subjects. The first, Ben Jonson and the Language of Prose Comedy, was a landmark in English studies, still the best single book on Jonson's plays. But even that book has been overshadowed by his magnum opus, The Anti-Theatrical Prejudice, a book of enormous range of learning, freshness and vivacity of interpretation, and human urgency, which is given intellectual and historical definition.
His face in close-up is lined with care and woe, but his eyes are dark and soulful. He wears an old brown suit with wide lapels and a tie the color of a carpet in a Jacksonville bordello. He used to have a worthy and humble trade, but for many years he's been retired. His work of a lifetime is in his backyard. Somehow using available materials, Coke bottles, trash can lids, empty bottles of Clorox, tongue depressors, chunks of cement from partially destroyed freeways, buttons, sequin, shopping carts, and discarded vacuum cleaner accessories, he has fashioned a very large something in his backyard. The something may very well represent the ascension of Christ into heaven, or the discovery of Iceland, or how the leopard got its spots. It is hard to say what it represents actually, and quite frankly, it is a little hard to understand him when he explains it. No matter. Photographs are taken of his work. Patrons and museum directors traipse down his driveway, barely avoiding the non-functioning Pontiac parked there, go through the broken metal gate and stare solemnly at this large, shapeless, many-towered work of art. It is naive, certainly, over-representational in places, but vigorous, direct, earthy.
Since you're leaving us on the part of our class, but let's wait for a moment, please. Thanks, Professor Cruz. We now come to the awarding of the BA. We're proud of our undergraduates who become graduates today, pleased to have read with them and to have learned in their company. Now what follows is going to be a little logistically interesting, so pay attention. I'll yield the microphone to Professor Robert Tracy, who will read the names of the graduating seniors. Bestowing the scroll commemorates their participation in this ceremony, and receiving it will be a group of our department's faculty. They'll take turns reading our graduates as they come forward. I'd like to introduce these faculty members to you, then leave the stage to them. They include some of our newest faculty, as well as some of our most seasoned, and some of our most devoted teachers and celebrated scholars. First, I'm going to ask each of these faculty members to stand briefly as I introduce them. They are Professor Janet Edelman, Professor Alfred Arteaga, Professor John Bishop, and every single family here. Each name deserves to be heard by every proud friend and relatives. Thanks for making it a joyful day for everybody here. I now introduce Professor Robert Tracy, who will call the class, and Professor Janet Edelman, the first of our faculty, to receive them as they cross the stage.
the real world.
I just said the
No, I
world.
said,
Look how what's in the real world.
that's what I said.
Not gonna.
Did you eat solid?
No, see, listen, if I got paid to do nothing, I wouldn't want to know anything about the real world
Well,
either.
that's what it's all about.
That's what I'm gonna try and do for my whole life.
The whole process of understanding the relationship between what we do and what we receive from it.
Can you see? That was the whole point, not to take pictures.
I can see.
The easier it is.
Yeah.
The less you do, the more you receive.
Actually, it would be nice if it were really that simple, but it's more chaotic than that.
I think he has a very good starting
Is that
point.
what?
Get the bald head.
To hold it hands steady.
Now let's talk.
How do you feel today, Candi? Give us some reflections on this new bachelor's degree you received. Is it a bachelor's
It's
degree?
relationship to the real world.
And it's relationships in the real world.
Yes.
Or just the
I'm
world.
prepared to
Doesn't have
speak
to
on
be the
that
real
topic,
world.
the relationship between receiving a bachelor's degree and the real world.
Give us the speech you would have given if that woman had let you.
I owe it all to Nellie.
There you go.
Like that, isn't it?
And Bob, what speech do you think I would have given? Nellie thinks I would have said, I owe it all to Nellie.
I think you would have said.
You can adjust, Raymond, the Zoom.
Dad?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see.
This is a critical point in the dialogue. I'm talking about the agenda.
Well, that's a trigger point because they have to finish the Zoom on the thing.
Forget it.
Don't give me this.
It doesn't understand this.
What would you
Right.
have thought, Bob? What would I have said?
What would I think you would have said
Yes.
If
if
she'd
you were
been
called
able to
upon
speak.
to be the valedictorian? She would have talked on political correctness, or the lack of it. Or
To
the
be the
lack of
valedictorian
fact
or
of
to
it.
give her thank you speech? Which are we talking about?
We're talking about what she would have spoken about.
What are the questions?
Question
One
is,
is whether or not the woman elbowed her out of the way so she could say thank you for giving me this award.
I'm
And the
talking
other is a
about what she would have
valedictorian.
talked
Okay, that's if she was a
Bob
valedictorian.
says you were talking of what? Of everything?
No, no.
Being
For the debate?
The phantom
correct.
of political
Okay.
correctness. The phantom.
The phantom of culture, that's what she would have talked about.
PC, okay.
The phantom of PC, yes. Well, yeah. All right, what do you think I would have talked about?
The importance of
That sounds right to me.
higher education.
Sounds good to you, all right. Melanie, what do you think I would have talked about?
You got to do a thank you?
Yes.
You would have thanked your family and friends.
Oh, yes.
I don't think she would have done that last.
Her family and friends.
I love it. I would thank my family. I would have done like, do you know what she said? She said her sons cleaned.
Why are you looking at me? I haven't even been home in 20 years.
When you come home, you go.
Said what?
She didn't say that.
His
She
valedictorian.
told me that
Two
privately.
sons.
Oh, well, she didn't tell us
Two
that.
girls,
She
a
said
15-year-old and a
that her
19-year-old.
sons purposely deprived themselves of their company in order to allow her to go to school.
They said,
their
she said
daughter,
they
right.
supported her in every way.
That's right.
And
And
I
she
asked
said nothing
myself,
about
did
that.
my sons support me in every way?
I did.
They did.
What up?
You're calling my sons. It's true, you supported me in every way, but I asked if my sons, my daughters supported me in every way. Did my sons support me in any way?
Oh,
That's what I asked myself. Oh, wait a minute. This is the beginning of the
This is the
soliloquy.
thinking.
obviously, and a long one at that.
No.
She's got a skull in front of her.
I asked
What was that
myself,
from? What was that? Oh, that horrible
Taming
thing
of the
Vendetta.
Shrew.
Vendetta, where she talks to the bloody communion dress.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, I thought that was like that, but,
No, this was a
The last
takeoff
one.
on Hamlet that
not bad.
we saw the other
The
night.
last poor communion dress. I knew you well. Before my father.
So anyway,
So what'd you come up with?
you've avoided the whole topic so far.
What was it?
Make your valedictorian
What your sons
address.
did,
This is going to be a really boring video to watch.
Yeah, I know. It's too
not
complex.
10 years from now. It will be boring if you watched it tonight because you just sat through it. But 10 years from now, it would be funny. I don't want to be on, no. Go. She's giving her speech.
Alright, are you started yet?
Maybe.
Start out this way. 70 years.
That'll get everybody.
You'll get an audience that way.
Well, I
Were
asked
you alive
myself
that
if my
morning?
sons cleaned the bathroom.
And you said no.
I used to come to the bathroom when I was home.
Focus on her.
No.
Why don't you send them a
I don't care.
I'm one of
I wanted to hear the
3,000
truth. Oh, I wanted to hear the truth. Nobody told it like it was.
That was a lie.
In any event.
Focus on Eric. That was
Exactly.
a lie. Tell the truth.
I did all my chores faithfully.
For
And then
20 years.
For 20 years, I slaved away for the mere salary of $20 a week.
$20 a week. I never got shit.
More importantly, I was also in the same family, and I never got $20 a week.
More importantly, I never
That
got
was back in the old days, back in the 70s. I didn't make money.
Go. You're on now.
you have everyone's attention.
You're on.
I'm supposed to be saying.
Your valedictorian speech.
Oh my
The entire
I was going to say, if pride goeth before a fall, I better go back to my chair very Thank you. And just
But what about ignorance?
Bliss.
we all know that.
Oh, the ignorance.
Don't we know that?
Yeah.
What did he say about ignorance?
Treasure
Treasure your ignorance.
Treasure.
Was he basically saying English degrees are useless? Is that what he was saying? Why? He knew what he was
Yes, he was.
That's what I thought he was saying. And what happened?
So what did I do?
The speaker was from the Chronicle, and he said
I was going to say.
ignorance is bliss. That was his commencement speech.
Who was it?
John Carroll.
Oh, that's all you were going to say. It was very entertaining. You didn't say anything.
It was entertaining.
Who didn't like you? The one that introduced you yesterday to the bench? Did she tell you were going to have some talk, or you didn't know?
Have you been following this debate on PC?
Off and on, yeah, a little bit.
I mean, that would have been great.
On PC?
It's going all over the place.
Sit here. Sit down. She knows you.
Political correctness.
Political correctness. It's true, it has not reached LA. Especially
Why would you be thinking about probable cause? I don't know. I thought you were talking about probable cause. That's what we call PC.
Most people would have thought we were talking about personal computers.
That could be one.
How about open your present?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
What's an attorney? Always an attorney. Yeah. Can't get away from it.
Just give me a acronym.
Oh, yeah, that is,
What kind of law are you practicing?
I'm public defender.
Public there. Whoa, really get to get right into the roots, huh? What's that movie that? Don't they have something on TV about public defender?
Rosie O'Neill.
Oh, I love Rosie.
You say check it out.
And she just married Barney Rosen, whatever his name was. The producer of that show.
Oh, she did.
She married
somebody from the show.
Where's South?
And they can't happen anyway.
I've been hiding all day.
Well.
Let them continue to hide.
yes. I'm just arranging.
How are you doing? Yes?
Flamenco?
We have a
What do we
record.
got?
Well, we do. We have 3 or 4 records.
Do we? Get some.
Oh, you do?
The coffee table?
They're all
Try to
set.
dance on the table.
Can't you hum it?
Flamenco? Flamenco? Where's your style?
We went 6
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Where are your dancers from? Trent put the video thing.
Where's the guitar?
I don't know. I don't play it. I just dance.
Well, I think we have some classical sour music. Could we just snap our fingers like we were playing castanets?
Segovia.
Are you getting like close up on my glass now?
So Candi, if you had enough champagne now.
I'm a real ham when it comes to these video cameras.
No.
Oh, really?
Oh, my
Okay.
eyes.
Well, would you like to say something that's profound?
Oh no, I can't have a profound thing.
Oh, okay.
No profound statements here, no.
Okay, then I'll quickly get the camera off of you.
I can say guilty or not guilty. No contest. Culpable.
Culpable?
Culpable or no culpable, no me pongo.
No what?
No me pongo, no
A pongo?
contest. No me pongo. I don't oppose it.
No me pongo.
No me pongo.
Ah.
What's no me pongo?
No contest.
Contente.
Oh, you have to.
Guilty, not guilty. I don't have to know them, but I hear them every day.
They hear a few others too.
I hear a few others.
I never said that. I was never that stupid. I did grow up in
A lot of Spanish-speaking clients, huh?
Are you still in LA? Oh, you have a lot of Spanish speaking? I'm saying something really profound right now. Here's my nostril, you know? You think this is going to be in focus, or?
Yeah, it is.
Is it really? Is it in
You
focus?
can send them in the back and you can write
You can look at
another.
my earring.
That's not really in focus.
No, it's too close. How close can you get?
Like
I
this.
have a
This is.
feeling
it's
we
about
might be,
2
we
feet.
might be featured on
focus is pretty close.
Huh? Yeah.
Only in
Yeah.
Virginia.
You just pull it back a lot. I guess it has a macro lens or
Can you
something.
see when you get to the point where it's out of focus?
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, it gets fuzzy. It shows you exactly how it's gonna look on the video. Because what this is a video screen.
And it's
on
so
the side of the camera.
well, because someone was videotaping like a kid's birthday party. So he came running in.
You thought the party was an earthquake?
I guess so. They put it on
And Manuel made. Raymond wrote
Yeah, they were all.
What's up?
And the greatest moment on the video, I think, is the moment at which Eric and Raymond are out in the garage, and Eric's going, and they're both trying to get into the car. And Eric's like, the door won't open, the door won't open, the door won't open. And Raymond goes, it's locked. And Eric says, oh.
But they were supposed to be nerdy.
They were totally good.
It worked. Successful video.
Eric plays a nerd quite well. Raymond obviously has star qualities. He definitely is going all the way. He'll write, produce, and direct his own. And act.
Can you say that more up into the microphone?
And could you stand over there?
And put on your BA badge too, some
And
water.
could you do he likes to hear himself bragged on. When I repeat it.
Well, I hope you don't have what I had, because mine is going in 2 weeks.
Probably we all need to do a kind of a, which will help you out if you all, on the count of 3, go, 1, 2, 3. Doesn't she feel better
Actually,
now?
I have sympathy.
Never mind the
You don't get any of that around here. When you're sick around here, you have to go to your room and stay in your room.
Bonnie was only really nice to me when I was sick. So it was really nice to be sick. I was sick more often than not. So I thought, ooh, this doesn't seem right. So when my kids came along, particularly Becky, I was just had this terrible theory that I would make it nice to be sick. So whenever she was sick, I was awful. So I thought she'd go, oh, this is awful, and she'd be healthy. And it worked. I was a very healthy child. I would say, go to your room.
Shut up.
No television. I go in there 3 times a day and throw food used to come in and go, oh, you
Are you close enough?
Yeah.
Yeah, and go, let me put more covers on you, have a book here, have some ice cream. Go, hey, this is great.
And now you're sick all the time.
So
I
then she
noticed
just
that all the
cut a little
time.
hole out in the door and
That's not true.
No, she's always sick.
How often am I sick, Bob?
Not too often.
Oh,
When she gets sick, she gets sick bad.
Oh, I know.
Carrie or something fierce.
I mean, my mother's not here, let's face it.
it's not comfortable.
Either. Bob comes in and says, you want something to eat? Here. And then he says, the one I really love is, how are you feeling? How are you feeling? You feel like, well, my head hurts, my throat hurts, my mouth feels fuzzy, I'm dizzy, my stomach, you know, I mean, it just gets really dull even thinking about reporting how you feel. I just want people to leave me alone when I'm sick.
Well, how do you feel? Yeah.
She wants sympathy. She wants that ooh, and the ahs, and the ice cream. Can we get you some?
Every time we had a
Oh, God, yeah, I remember. Yes, I do remember that dog.
yeah, not fondly, but well. Every time we had a picnic
Don't
on a
speak
Sunday,
poorly of the dead.
Chelsea would inhale a foxtail, and we'd have to go to the emergency hospital and pay $50 to have it extracted. The dog had a perfect talent for picking a Sunday afternoon to inhale a foxtail. You just look over and she'd suddenly go snort and all this blood would come out and you go, another trip to the vet.
Another $50.
And another $50, yes. She was a lovely dog while she lasted.
Is the dog over here been quiet enough for you lately?
Actually, it hasn't been too bad lately.
No?
Yeah,
I never noticed anything. Getting better, huh?
I guess so. 2 weeks ago was driving me kind of ready. This is a killer.
Which one? Those?
Well, like
Gosh,
John
there are 2 or
Carroll's
3 of them.
Well, there are 2, but there's only one.
Barks.
Are you getting ready to go? Is that what that means? That you put on your coat and stand up? I read signs well.
Well, you know, that's why you did so well in the department.
It's true.
So if only how to get to 14.
Down the end of the driveway, turn left, turn right, turn left.
No, that's confusing. Just keep making left turns.
There's no right.
And when
there's
you're
a right.
going-
You have to go right. You have to go right.
Well, it curves.
Yeah, you have to go right.
You're giving her too much.
Do you remember how he turns?
And when you go past the first corner, don't turn there.
I'll tell you exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Everyone shut up. You'll have no problem, just listen. You go to the end of the driveway, you turn left, right? You do remember that. Then you have no choice, you turn right. Then you turn left. You go to the big intersection, right? The only big
Eric,
intersection.
why don't you just drive in front of her house?
Okay, I'll drive.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's just you're trying to write it down. I don't do that.
Just go on top of the.
Just follow Melanie. Melanie will drive right in front of you, and it's just
I
a few
think
blocks.
I'll tell her something wrong. When she gets out to 35th, she'll turn left, not right.
Yeah,
You
see?
tell her to turn right.
It is. And when you're going past this other one, don't turn there.
Another left turn at the first.
Yeah.
Left,
Just follow
and
Melanie.
right.
Yeah.
Follow Melanie.
She'll guide you. It's only fine.
Yeah.
She'll come right. I'll come right. Thank you.
Okay.
You won't get lost, though, right?
And I'll talk to you in a couple of days, all right? We'll make plans for you.
Thanks for letting
I
us
think I'm
park.
coming in on.
It was nice meeting
I'm
you.
coming in one day next week, so let's make plans for that. I have to come in.
No vacuuming.
No, that.
Until you get well.
That's why she's leaving.
I love this picture. This is the one I wrote.
Which one?
Which one? Right or left?
This is the one I like. You're an English major, and that's why you said it. This is the one I like, and there's two options.
I guess now
That's
that
English.
I graduate, people will do this to me.
There's something.
You did it. You do it to everyone.
We had no
You've been doing it
expectations
to
of you
me.
whatsoever up until now. But now there's a certain standard you have to control.
Oh, yeah.
Lord, we
That's funny, Glenn.
can't let down now.
Yeah, expectations.
This is the one I love. This was photographed.
You love that one?
Don't you?
Yeah, I like that. That's a good one.
College just changed your taste, Candi.
It has? I don't think so. Oh, I like those.
I guess my costumes were the latest one.
Huh? Yeah, the battery is low right now.
Well, that's all right, run it down. As long as it says it's recording, I think it's real recording.
Yes. I
I'm
figured
surprised,
since the seconds were moving at a regular pace.
I'm surprised it's going longer than that.
Lee Rice, we're looking for you for a Challenge Cup ride.